Hello, guys. You are listening to the Ultimate Bias podcast. I am your host, Soren, and joining me today is my lovely co-host, Dre. Hello.
What's good, everyone?
So, Dre.
What?
We have a podcast.
We do?
Yeah.
Wait, that's why I'm here. Okay, yeah.
Yes, that's why you're here. We are in Korea right now.
That's right.
Recording. Mm-hmm. And also, we've actually recorded a bunch of episodes.
A lot.
With a bunch of incredible guests.
Amazing.
Groups, solos, female, male, everybody.
Everyone.
Yeah. So, how do you feel about this podcast?
It's been fun so far. Mm-hmm. It's been jam-packed. Mm-hmm. We've been recording.
Yeah.
Let's say one day, sometimes it could be 3 things.
Exactly.
2 guests, 3 guests, you know, so many segments.
Yeah.
And just a lot of content. So be excited for that.
Yes. Is this your first time hosting a podcast?
No, actually. I've hosted 2.
Ooh, okay. Yours or?
Mine, actually. No, yours. No, mine.
Yeah.
I have like little projects here and there, and then, they're fun. But, I'm used to this. I love it.
I see. So, we're recording this in Korea right now.
Yes.
We're actually not going to be together all the time to host this podcast for you guys.
Why?
Because Dre lives in LA.
True.
I live in Singapore.
That way.
But we will be in Korea. Mm-hmm. We'll try to be in Korea as often as we can.
We'll try.
Yes, we'll try.
We'll do our best.
But so far, every time we've been in Korea, we've been jam-packed with, schedules.
Just
every
working.
single day.
My goodness.
Because we have so many idols and other artists on this podcast.
Special guests.
It has been a great time.
Yeah.
It's my first time hosting a podcast ever.
I didn't know that.
Thank you.
I feel like you've emceed or hosted something,
I've kind of emceed here and there.
Okay.
But I'm also really used to people interviewing me my whole life of being in K-pop. So this is my first ever podcast that I'm hosting.
Ooh.
So I've been trying my best to
You've been doing amazing. Stop it.
Thank you.
Translating to me, like speaking Korean for me, for my questions. She carries me, basically.
Dude, actually, it's been a great time for me because I've never actually had to translate for anybody.
Yeah.
So you being here helped me a lot with translations too because I always love translating from my members. And I haven't had that opportunity to translate for anybody. So Dre.
Ooh, okay.
Now that we're hosting a podcast together, do you remember the first time we met?
Yeah, when we touched down in Korea this year? No. 2017.
2017? Was that 2017?
I think it was 2017. I was visiting Korea.
Yeah.
For 2 months to see if I could just touring,
Oh, was that then?
Yes, it was then. And then
Gotcha.
I think I was doing something I was filming a show. And we went to Cube.
Right.
And we did a little tour.
Yeah.
And then you popped up.
I popped up. Yep.
I think you were doing a class.
I think so. I think we were practicing or doing a class. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I feel like we knew of each other, but that was the first time of us meeting.
Yeah.
And I just said, hey, and you said, hey, and we bounced.
Yeah. And then I saw you again when you made a video about it.
I did.
But you were already really popular among CLC because you did a lot of reactions of our music videos.
Yes.
And that was when my member knew about this whole culture thing where people do our reactions and stuff.
Oh.
So then I remember one of my members showed me a video of you.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know. I don't know about this.
And she was like, oh my God, Onni, look at this guy. He's so funny. He's reacting to our music video.
Of course.
And then when I saw you at Q, I was like, oh, it's that dude. So I was really surprised to see you too.
Oh, I feel like I get that a lot because they don't expect me to be there.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, what is he doing here? Oh, dude, but he's the guy who did our reactions. That's so cool.
Hey, you know when worlds collide.
Anyways, also I was curious.
Oh, okay.
Since you've been in K-pop for so long.
Right.
Wait, how long have you been in
It's like
this K-pop world?
over 10 years. My
So you've been
goodness.
reacting to MVs for 10 full years.
MVs, skits, everything. Just making content around K-pop.
Do you remember the first music video you reacted to ever?
Oh, yes. It's I think 2. It's a Teen Top music video.
Teen Top?
Teen Top.
Oh, God.
And BAP debut
Oh, my God. That's so long ago.
when it was all blonde hair.
Wait, were they singing that song?
Warrior, yeah.
Who? Oh, okay.
And I was like so clueless to K-pop because I was like, oh, how do you BAP? And I said, nah, BAP. Looking back at it, it's like, yeah, that's wholesome, but I cringe. I feel like if I look at all my old videos, it's.
We all have those days.
You know what's crazy? I didn't know how to do editing in picture-in-picture. So I was reacting, then showing the music video, then edits. So, you know how like in today's world, you're with the music video.
Yeah.
That time, no, you don't. I don't think I even showed the music video. It's like play the video with me. Like
You were just reacting?
Yeah. So it looks like I'm just reacting. You can look it up. I'm just reacting to nothing, but
Wow.
it is BAP.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
And who was the first K-pop peep who ever gave you recognition
Ooh.
online
Online.
or in real life? Yeah.
Definitely. The first person to ever follow me was Ailey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then the first person in person, Taeyang.
Oh, wow.
And that's like one of my most famous videos. I mean, as you guys know, if you're listening, that's like my ultimate bias. Ultimate bias podcast. That's crazy. But yeah, and from then on, I just kept on continuing and just following, and here we are now.
Wow. Yeah, so I feel like this podcast has been triggering something in my brain.
Oh.
That allows me to like.
It's a good thing, right?
Yeah, it's a great thing.
Okay.
It's a great thing. So yeah, I've been having a good time.
Ooh.
Also, we have a lot of incredible guests, as I said before.
Right.
Should we tell them who we interviewed so
Should
far?
we? Yeah, of course, we should.
Of
we
course.
Should you announce it?
Well,
Ooh.
we have our mother, Chonga. We have Chonga.
We have Chonga.
We have Kang Daniel.
Kang Daniel.
We have Monster X IM.
Oh my God, that's a good one.
We have Zero Base One.
Chaotic.
We have DPR IAN.
Interesting. Very deep.
We also have my friend, my little brother, Kino from Pentagon.
That was wholesome.
That was so wholesome, so fun.
Very good insight.
And so much more. More people to come.
Ooh, I'm excited.
So you will see me and Dre in Korea more often.
Right.
Yeah. And also, speaking about our first guest,
Ooh.
I heard you guys interview DPR IAN.
Yes, we got to interview DPR IAN.
How's that?
Amazing. I always like to work with DPR IAN. Very deep thinker. Very creative person.
Oh, and you guys are actually friends.
Yes.
Too, right?
He helped me when I first came to Korea, actually.
Oh, okay. How did that interaction happen?
He slid in my DMs, you already know, because it's me. I'm so beautiful. I'm very lucky to have a friend like him. He definitely helped me in 2017 in Korea. And then that was so a while back, and now our bond just keeps getting stronger and stronger. And we just see each other from time to time.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, in the episode, like, he was really into Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, so you guys were playing games together?
Yes. So me and the team, everybody, made the best Dungeons and Dragons experience for him.
Okay.
And I think you guys are going to like this one.
Okay, so for each of our episode, we will be introducing our viral fan guest.
Ooh.
And today, we have our friend, Casey.
Casey!
Hello!
Hello. How are you guys doing?
Hi. We're good.
Whoa, that's weird. But yeah, we're good. How are you?
Just, a lot of working, a lot of paper around here, a lot of sketches and doodles as usual.
An artiste.
Artiste, for sure. So I heard that you guys got a chance to interview DPR IAN in LA, and you guys were playing some games. Can you tell me more about what happened?
Yes.
Tease a little bit about that
Casey.
for the people who are listening.
How was the interview for you?
Absolutely. Well, thanks to the podcast, I had the awesome pleasure of working with DPR IAN, meeting DPR IAN, and what's even doper is playing Dungeons and Dragons with DPR IAN, which, I don't know, as a creative myself who's also obsessed with Dungeons and Dragons, it's awesome to watch another creative mastermind just kind of dive into that stuff. So that was a lot of fun and just a lot of hijinks and the most Ian thing to ever happen.
A lot of things happened. Let's just say Ian's a little clumsy. That's all.
Oh, I did not know that. He seems so well put together at all times. So,
you'll get to see the real Ian.
okay, I'm excited to see this. So,
but we had a little deep dive interview with Ian as well, Casey. Did it intrigue? Like all the questions? Did it answer all your questions? Like that's in your mind that you've been thinking of?
He did indeed, and then some on top of that, because as we all know, Ian, you give him an inch, he's going to take a mile. He's going to tell you every detail, and I'm going to say, as a creative myself, it's such a gift, and it was just so cool to pick his brain and just kind of listen to him talk. And on top of that, I cannot hammer home enough how nice he is. And also to the dismay of the producer, he is a serial hugger. That is target lock. You will get hugged. That is going to happen.
The thing about Ian, and I think Casey would agree, is that if you give him a question, he will give you every detail in his mind as an answer. Like every scrape. And it's like very intricate and you'll learn something, I think.
He was only supposed to be there for 2 hours. He stayed for 4.
4 hours.
4 hours shoot?
Yeah.
Playing games and interviewing him?
Yeah.
He talked for 4 hours?
He extended it.
That's insane.
We had to extend the time.
Wow.
We had to, yeah.
What
Only
a
for
guy.
him. Only for him.
What a guy. Personal question.
Ooh, let's go.
Has any K-pop group give you recognition before? Like who was the first one?
Talk
Who
it.
put you on the spot?
Say it.
Ooh. It's a toss-up between Big Matthew and Chen from Stray Kids.
Oh, Chris.
wow.
Okay.
Christopher.
Yeah.
Christopher. Oh, I see. So they saw what you drew for them and then they talked about it on social media?
Well, the thing is, so whenever I make a clip, it's just because, I find humor in it.
Yeah.
And, my brain kind of runs with it. And I just kind of want to create and post and, just do that stuff. I never have the intention of, they're going to see this and all this.
Right.
I just like to make it. And so when and if it does get mentioned, it's always it's still not it hasn't sunk in at all that Chen has ever mentioned me or that BM has reposted some of my stuff on his stories.
So dope, actually.
Eric Nam, I believe, also retweeted something I did, and it was just anytime that I see that, I'm just like, that's
dope.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Thanks. Whoa. And just, I kind of keep a push. I don't know. It's just,
Do you feel exposed?
It never sinks in.
Exposed.
You're like, oh no, they found me. Because that's how I felt.
No, it's just that's not me, you
just don't believe it. No, it's you. You're very talented and your talent should be shown. And it's well-deserved to be noticed.
Yeah, I'm just honestly at the end of the day, I'm just a fan who doodles.
Okay, thank you, Casey. I can't wait to see you guys play games and interview Ian for 4 hours. Looking forward to that.
I hope you guys enjoy it.
And coming up next, we have DPR IAN.
Welcome to Ultimate Bias Podcast. We are thrilled to have DPR IAN joining us today in this exclusive interview.
True and sound.
Yes.
Sorry.
He'll be answering all of your questions, dreamers. Please welcome DPR IAN.
Yeah, let's go. All right, well, first question. What's been your favorite outfit and do you have a favorite makeup look?
Oh, right. Favorite outfit.
Top of your mind.
All right, so my favorite outfit, just off the bat,
It's
actually from one of the most recent music videos that we've shot.
Oh.
It's not out yet.
It's not out
It's
yet.
not out yet. And surprisingly, it's also my favorite makeup done on that character.
I see.
Yes, it's the character of a saint.
Oh.
Yes, that's what the song's for. So you have yet to see it.
You have to wait for that.
Wait, when does this come out?
When is this coming out?
Yes.
When is this coming out?
July.
Yes,
so you have yet to see it.
A little bit insight. You have to wait and see, basically.
Yes.
How do you prepare stylistically for each character that you personify?
It's a good question. So we have a stylist called stylist designer, I should say.
Oh.
His name is Chunyong.
Okay, shout out.
Yes, Chunyong, and he really does. He really is an essential part when it comes to conceptualizing a lot of these characters. For me, drawing character, the concept of the character is so important. Just because, just visually, that does really come across as your first impression of what that character looks like.
Right.
And it does speak volumes. If you bring out the Joker, for example, you have his iconic lip scar, I guess you could say, that strikes as a more grinning picture, but that creates the character so much. So when we come up with this, we obviously develop the backstories of where this character, for example, Mito, when you think of the character, more than what he's wearing, more than what he's dressed up as, you think about the white eye, the one white blind eye.
Right.
Maybe not blind, but when it does come to the ideation and the creation of these characters, me and Chunyong really go back and forth, and a lot of his influences, obviously because he's a designer. Sorry, I have a bit of a grills in.
No,
he's a designer, so he does put in a lot of effort into bringing a lot of different materials and making all of these things come to life.
Right.
You should see his sketches. Off the chain.
I'm curious too.
Yes.
The chain.
Off the chain. Might sell it on eBay later. Yes.
Hey, look out for that.
Prime. Sorry.
Amazon Prime.
The reason why I ask is because Mr. Insanity tends to remind a lot of fans of Harley Quinn.
Oh.
And that's interesting that you brought up the Joker.
Not the Joker, Harley Quinn. I'll take that.
Yeah.
You take it? Okay.
No, so you're right. So, sorry, I was about to say the Joker. Insanity, depicting your manic highs. It has to look like chaos. I mean, it's funny that you say Harley Quinn. It's she's a burst of excitement, joy, but but there's a tension to it.
Right.
Almost lethal, dangerous, spontaneous. That's why you get that crazy laugh and the crazy grin, and she pulls out like guns and just fires them away like it's nothing. But I'm sure they weigh a ton. But Insanity also strikes the same imagery. So that's probably where a lot of the similarities lie, because you don't know where Insanity is going to bounce off to, tick off to, and it's just giving the idea of spontaneity into the costume. So it has to be very, very bold.
Okay.
In terms of colors too.
Good word choice on that.
Yeah.
It's very bold.
Very bold.
Yes.
Yes. What do you think? Would you be interested in wearing a Insanity costume, especially the one with the neon colored jackets?
I mean, why not?
I think you would look really good in that.
I think so too.
And you could do the body roll while doing that.
Very well.
Dre cameo as Mr. Insanity.
Mr. Insanity. In case you could be Mito.
Hey, better look out.
You guys,
Be on the lookout.
I'm telling you.
Never
I'm
know.
down for that.
Different universe. All right. Does each character have a certain sound?
Ooh.
Yes. And I'm sure you're very much aware of this, Dre.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So take it away. No, I was kidding. Let's take it away.
We're here for you, not for me.
Okay.
On the spot.
No, you're right. Yes, there is a distinct sonic depiction of each character. And the reason being is, I do acquaint a lot of these characters, not just visually with the character, but obviously sonically.
Right.
So Mito is paired with almost like a dark, ominous vibe. So for me, I do like to put Renaissance into this. So
I see.
You have the idea of back then, a lot of orchestra. A lot of orchestra,
Love that.
a lot of pipe organs and the choir, the Holy Gospel, and a lot of those sounds really do create these characters. I want another character that we've been touching upon, and it's an idea that the person Emmy, she's been helping us with a lot of the scripting and everything.
Shout out, Emmy.
Yeah, shout out Emmy. So she's there's another thing that we wanted to introduce, the idea of sirens. I'm not sure if you. And yes, so siren aspect of this comes from the Mito lore. We will depict on this a little bit more. So that's just in terms of that.
I see.
Now, in terms of genre, you could put almost like dark orchestra pop, whatever that may sound like. So Beautiful has a quite close distinction. You know, I do like a bit of jazz in there.
Love that too.
Just the obscurity of it. And then you have Insanity. Where could you imagine? Very bold sounding, very high tempo. What does a manic high feel like?
It's kind of crazy.
Feels like you're kind of
Everything.
crazy, just off the chain. Literally, it's the idea of bringing these life experiences from these characters to a sonic level.
I see.
And a lot of times it is a reflection of what you're just kind of going through. So I like to acquaint that with that. So what's Ian's sound? What's something in between?
Right.
It's country. So like, you see that reaction? So you don't know, I was playing.
I know you were
Like,
because
oh.
I'm thrown off.
I was starting to picture like those like really
You see the
haunting
head tilt,
Western.
you got to get that. Like,
Yeah, right? No, like
No,
those really
like-
haunting Western.
we're haunting
like,
Western. Oh,
Yeah, like
You know what,
deep
that-
south.
I'll take
yeah.
that.
You
I'll
give me
take
the
that.
idea. It's in the lore now.
It's in the law.
No,
I like that. No, I like that. No, but no, I've yet to find it. Maybe it's rock. Going back
Yeah.
to my roots, heavy metal.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah,
I
there
love
we
that.
go.
That'll
Yes.
be fire, actually.
There we go.
Hella
Ryan.
fire. Now, after the movie, do you think you're closing the chapter on Maito soon?
Oh, so we're talking about Mighty 3. So right now we're working on a hybrid. It is more of a cinematic
Right.
prequel, sorry, to the origins of Insanity.
Mm-hmm.
And that in itself is, we're trying to strike about 8 videos back to back and turn it into like a cinematic masterpiece.
My gosh.
But that is only a stepping stone towards what we are trying to make, into real life, which by 2026 we're hopefully trying to put out a cinema line for Mighty 3.
That's so dope.
And we're trying to screen it. Will you be there, Casey?
Oh, I'll absolutely be there.
All right, we'll definitely get you tickets then.
Let's go.
Yay!
Drake can come through with me through the back doors, and just
I'll just
Hey,
buy
We'll
one.
have a whole like magician
body
trick.
roll.
trust me, we have a lot of
Yes.
plans for this. No, so Mighty 3 is the epitome and the is what we're trying to build up to. We're going to block out about a year, and I'm saying this now, so I can't take this back. So we're going to try blocking out about a year into creating this. And God,
It's
I can only
documented.
imagine how hard this is going to be.
It's going to be a lot.
It's going to be a lot, but
We
you know,
got
I
this.
mean, we talked about it actually.
Yeah.
We talked about it, and you know, we really do want to bring this to life, bring it to screens, and hopefully, like maybe into streaming platforms. But
course.
just because it's going to be an expansion of the DPR universe, and the story and the conclusion and the plot twist, you can only imagine. Will it be the end of Myra though? Now that's something that's a hard take.
I know.
That's
Because,
a big cliffhanger.
That is a cliffhanger, and you know, in the absence of something, it's an introduction to the presence of another. As I would always like to say, it's the end of something is the beginning of something new, and most likely that's going to be the case.
Okay.
As for Myra, we don't know what's going to happen.
All right, next question. What is the most challenging thing about filming? I mean, there's a lot of things that can happen. But from your
Question.
experiences.
From my experiences,
Yes.
so just being based on set, I'll just talk it from a set perspective.
For sure.
If you're working with a substantially large amount of people, you have the gaffer team, you have the art team, you have on deck runners and whatnot, the DOP and the camera crew. So you're working with a huge amount of different, I guess you could say, blocks of people.
Right.
I think I've always realized the hardest thing was keeping the tension relatively similar between each shoot and each intervals, and not letting that drop. And it's kind of having everyone on board for the same vision. You see, I always pride myself on making sure everyone is on board for the vision first and foremost. More times than not, I see a lot of productions just going about it, you know, just for the sake of it.
Right.
But I do want them heavily invested in it. You know, I do want to bring the production crew with me on the ideation of these concepts and mood boards, because they have to feel like they're a part of it. So the DOP has to understand what type of movement this character plays more than anything. And granted, the AD is the one that controls the set, and you know, usually a lot of times the director does have to only just focus purely on the artist or the actor or the actress and the set itself. So there's a lot happening, and there's always something that will go wrong. That's a given. You have to give it. So just taking all of those factors into account, it's the orchestration of everyone, bringing the team together and keeping that momentum it's going to have its slopes, ups and downs, but it's bringing the team in together, keeping the momentum going, and that equates into a successful shoot. That's what I like to say. If you get past even 70% of what you have in mind, I consider that a success. So yeah, that is pretty much the biggest tackle and the biggest struggle. And there should be a lot more credit going to the people that are behind the scenes. You don't understand. They literally make this come to life.
Absolutely agree. So big shout out to all of our crew here.
Shout out to everyone.
Seriously.
Yes.
Now, in many of your music videos, you're running.
Yes.
Are you running to something, or are you running from something?
That's a good question. It was a rhetorical. Because you answered it. No, so a lot of times when I'm running from and when I'm running to, it kind of feels it's a depiction of what's really happening in my life. You know, I'm running from something. I'm running from the law. My time's limited here, ladies and gentlemen. As you guys heard, no, I'm just my bad. No, but you're right. In my dreams, I'm always running. Right? Even though in your dreams you just run like this on the spot. Yeah. If you notice that. No, but I've always realized if you're not running away from something, you're running towards something, and that's why I say you've clearly hit it on the spot. And I mean that's in life in general, right? You're working your way towards something, and you're leaving something behind. You're leaving the past, you're going to the future. But present moment is literally what I think varies on the speed of how much you're going and how much you're leaving. Keeping that in mind, every time I'm running away from something, it's because I need to get away from it. Right. You know, and depicting that to be the past probably might be the case. Or if I'm running towards something, it's because I just have to get there ASAP. You know, because I'm hungry. Right. Just saying. No, but you're right. You've nailed it. Okay. I don't know if that was your intention, but you got it. You got it, Casey.
All right.
Casey.
Yes.
All right. This one right here is like 3 questions in one.
Buckle in.
A fan noticed in the Limbo MV, there is a moment where you hold your stomach, and in Milo movie, you get stabbed in the stomach. Yes. Is there a connection between these moments, or is there a significance? What significance does it have?
That's an interesting. I'm not gonna lie. That's an interesting call out. Just off the bat, there was no distinction between those two. But now that you say it,
just giving me ideas.
Now that you say it, now any idea is a good idea, right? So, no. Sure. To be fair, Limbo is part of the hybrid universe, and you'll actually find out what that actually means when Insanity holds his stomach and he's screaming and he's coming out of Limbo. As for the stabbing, I mean that sounds a bit graphic, doesn't it? As for the yapping, as for the stabbing. Back to that. Of Milo, that is in itself a symbolism of the knife being a element. It's sharp, it's edgy. Right. It's the edgy element. Yeah. It's just the edgy element. No, but that is a depiction of something that resides in the universe of Milo. As for Limbo, it just so happens to be in the stomach area. Right, yeah. Trust me, I didn't eat anything bad, you know, maybe. No, so the Limbo universe, when Insanity grabs his stomach, and there's a specific reason why he does that. And I can only reveal that once Hybrid is out. Right?
Gotta wait.
Gonna have to hang on.
It's gonna have to hang there. But good question. And good, yeah, I mean, good catch. Good catch. I'll have to reassess a lot of these things.
Looking out there, dreamers.
Yeah, proud of them.
If you could teach Lori to do one human thing, what would that be?
To do one human thing.
One thing.
All right. My gosh, I've been waiting my whole life to say this.
Oh, what is it gonna be?
If there's one thing I'll teach Lori.
Yes.
It would be editing. Yes, I'm telling you, Lori would be an exceptional editor. Just have Lori.
Can you expand on why you think that?
She's there all the time.
True.
Yes. Might have a little struggle tapping a little of the keys and stuff like that. But you know, touch pads. Yeah.
She could organize it for you at least, you know?
Yes, no, oh my goodness. If she can organize the edits,
yeah.
God, man, that, I'm telling you, my life will be complete.
I wanted to ask you, when do you feel the most confident?
When I feel the most confident. Actually, that's a good question. I think I feel the most confident now. Actually, when I'm put on the spot, you know. And that might be a funny thing to say because usually when a lot of people are put on the spot, it gives them more panic. You might kind of freak out and everything. But I think I've learned to understand. I work best instinctively when I'm put on the spot. I love improv, and I feel like truly that's when you really don't have you have to really go rely on your instincts and whether what situation it is. So, you know, that's when you're the most vulnerable. So I like to change my way of thinking, and I don't think that's the most, I guess you could say, most compelling way of feeling weak rather than feeling strong. So yeah, I think actually when I'm the most vulnerable, yeah.
And you must appreciate it a lot.
Well, I appreciate you too. So that's a beautiful question, though. Thank you. Thank you so much, Tara.
Thank you so much.
Yes. And
Okay. So the first question is, in an interview with Consequence magazine,
yes.
you shared that Misunderstood is about a character who thinks she falls in love with Ian,
Yes.
but then she actually falls in love with Mido.
Yes.
In the same interview, you shared Avianne kind of symbolized the paradise where they found each other.
Yes. Wow.
So I guess what we were just wondering was, are we going to learn any more about this character soon?
Yes.
Is there any relation to like the unreleased songs you shared,
Right.
where like Dear Mrs. Insanity,
Mm-hmm.
and the painting and like the Mido Part 1 movie?
Right. So first of all, very well constructed.
Very good.
question. Someone did their research. First of all, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And for Misunderstood, she is a character that's trapped in the lore of the Mido series. So you're right. It is a depiction of what. So if Ian has a lover, all right, and let's say so there has to be a rendition for the lover for Mido, and hence also a rendition for Insanity, because they interpret love and the figure of love very differently. In the Mido lore, we see Misunderstood, but we barely scratch at it, and we don't really know the real meaning behind why she exists. And I won't uncover that just yet, because you're right. There is a further plot to it, but just like there's Misunderstood for Mido, there's a Misinsanity for Insanity. Yes, so I mean, hope that answers a little bit. Yes, so, but those are the two depictions. But yes, and the lady in the veil in the picture for the Mido movie, for Mido 2, yes, she is Misunderstood.
Oh, okay,
Yes,
got it.
yes.
And then just one really random question. What's your favorite household chore?
My favorite household chore.
Good one.
Oh.
I think it's cleaning up my desktop. I think that's a chore in itself.
It is.
That's the one chore I do like, cleaning up my desktop after a long day of editing and just a long day of editing really. My desktop looks like a mess. It looks like a junkyard. So cleaning that up always makes you feel good. Right?
Got it.
Next question is coming in from Chailan.
My question is, what's your favorite thing about life, and in
Right.
general, what do you like about living?
Right. That's a good question.
That's deep.
Well, I think for me, personally, right now, I do like just the idea of living. I know that sounds a little too vague, but thank God we're alive. I think we take that for granted way too much sometimes, right? The fact that you can breathe and you can wake up and you can, go to all sorts of things and experience many multitudes of emotions, good or bad. I always say there's nothing, the good times don't last, but so do the bad. None of them last, which I think makes it essentially very valuable. I like the idea that, this might be a bit maybe dark, but I like the idea that everything comes to an end, right? Because if it didn't, no one would go out and no one would truly see the value in seeing like how many sunsets you have left to see and everything. So everything has a timer, but that kind of pushes you to the edge to enjoy it a little bit more, I would say. All right, you see the value in it. Everything becomes a rarity, everything is a commodity. So yes, life itself, that's a good question.
Very good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Love that one.
Thank you so much, Hyejin.
Thank you.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy your life as well, love. Love the hair too. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
It's very
Thank
insanity. I love it.
Amazing question from Shylin.
Yes.
Theo, what's your
Yes.
question?
Oh my goodness. Hi, Christian.
Hi Theo,
Wow.
how are we? How's your day
I'm
been?
good, and you?
Good, thank you.
Okay, so in the past, you said that you've seen yourself as a public figure. And in the past year, you've grown so much. Like, so proud of you. You've been so amazing.
Thank you. We all have grown.
But that also means that you're getting more attention from people.
Right.
So,
Am I?
do you feel like you've had to give up things in your life in exchange for this
Right.
attention or fame?
I would say most definitely 100%. I always say that everything has a funny way of working. There's a balance to everything. So how much you give in and how much you give up really does come back in all sorts of multitudes. And in my case, I did give up quite a bit. Not some willingly, some not. You know, however, that is, they say that is the cost of whatever that may be, whether that be fame, whether that be any type of success. There is a good balance to it. It's how much you give, and it's I like to reference it off of the anime Full Metal Alchemist. If you guys have seen that, when they want to bring something back, but it has to be of equal magnitude.
exchange,
Yes,
yeah.
equal exchange. I think that's how just the law of everything works these days. And therefore, for example, if you're on a work basis, that's the one thing that won't betray you. I mean, it could sound sad, but how much you put in is really how much you get. And I think that's the beauty of it. It's sometimes understanding if you go down a certain path, there are going to be things that you would have to give up in exchange to obtain something. For example, for me, if I was to name one thing, I feel like I've lost that experience of just going out to any bar and getting smashed. No, I was kidding. Sorry. No, sorry. I mean, but you know what I mean. So, because you're a public figure, you uphold a certain role and model. But as you should, by the way, I'm not advocating for doing any of that, unless you want to. So, but you know what I mean. So, some things I do miss, but at the end of the day, I do have to accept it, and there is some beauty to that, and we go on with our lives. Yeah, absolutely. Just it's part of the process. But thank you, Theo.
Alondra, you have a question in waiting.
Hey, Christian.
Hi,
I'm
Alondra. Hello, darling.
Hello, I just wanted to ask, you have mentioned in the past that you're a fan of the Studio Ghibli films. Have you ever thought about making your own animated series?
Oh my goodness. It feels half as good as Studio Ghibli's. I mean, of course. Actually, it's a funny thing that you bring that up. We have been in the talks of creating an animated series, and obviously that is something that, the advantages of that is you can obviously delve more into a world, which you can't with analog settings. If you go into a digital setting, then you can make my arms elongated. You could pull my nose, and the nose can do a dance. So there's a lot of limitations we can literally break. And in the case of the world of DPR, the universe that DPR offers, we do want. Sorry, I'm hearing a double me. It must be minor or something. Sorry. Anyway, so the whole idea of the world building for DPR is essentially being able to explore and give you guys insight to the exploration of these lands, these vast adventures, and obviously a comical series, whether that be a comical series or an animated series, will give so much more depth and substance to that. And I'm sure you guys will be extremely excited if we get to give you a tour of the other side through the animated series. And we are working on it. Funny enough, we are working on it. Yes, so there's a bit of a spoiler as I'm the spoiler.
Well, thank you for spoiler, darling. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Alondra. That's a beautiful question. Yes, another reason for me to spoil things. All right, Bonnie.
Maddie, Your question, dear.
Yes. Hello.
Hello,
Hi.
Maddie. How are we?
I'm very good. And I just wanted to start by saying that I run the Miss Insanity account on Instagram.
Oh, you're Miss Insanity. Yes. I nearly fell off my chair after hearing that.
Oh my God.
Just
Literally.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love it. Well, all the people on our team, we love seeing their accounts. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, yeah, to get to the question, I have two of them.
Yes.
So the first one is, what is the process and inspiration behind Insanity's character?
Right.
Like, I can see comebacks to Ledger's Joker and Greek mythology as well.
Right.
But how did it all come to be? How did the clown god, come into existence?
It's a good question. Insanity is a depiction of, obviously, the idea of one losing his sanity, his or her sanity. And I think a lot of the meta that these people use, for example, the Joker, or you have the Mad Hatter, they just have a distinct feature of what it looks like for someone to go crazy, which is very careless, reckless, spontaneous. It has a lot of those traits and those characteristics based on this character, and a lot of these times when I like to think of what it feels like to go manic, right? Extremely manic. Essentially, it was the depiction of someone absolutely having no fear, no fear of nothing, no fear of, getting peanut butter more than jelly, there's no fear of getting stung by a bee, you name it. And it's the idea of taking that manic form and turning that into a character that creates this explicit idea of what insanity looks like, and that, again, could have been done really well with Joker or the Mad Hatter, or like someone like Edward Scissorhands, it all forms an idea of insanity. So that was the whole process of bringing the manic highs to a complete character creation of what it feels like, what he looks like. Is it to be revered? The whole idea of turning that into a clown, because clowns are not afraid to get hurt, and by the way, a little bit terrifying. I'm not.
Yes.
I'm not too much of a clown enthusiast, but also, you agree? Okay, yeah. So I'll keep that in mind. You guys, I don't want to be too scary on camera. Remember, it's a character, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, the clown god. It is a homage to my older days, Sea Clown, very fitting. So yes, it does align very, very much so with the real life experiences that I've had. But also it depicts a very ideal image of what psychosis and this mental manic high looks like. And trust me, there's a lot more in store for the I would say the development of this character. A lot more. It's a lot more substance, a lot more intricate weaves and turns, and you'll see a lot of that in the hybrid. Which yes.
Very excited about that.
No, I'm so excited.
And my other question was, how do you cope with creator's block or writer's block?
Right, it's a good question. First of all, I like to think of the creative writer's block as not a problem, right? So a lot of times if we head into this idea that we shouldn't be hitting a creator's block, that's already your first fault. And sorry, there's a siren going on here. They're coming to get me. I knew it. Sorry guys, my stay's overdue.
Damn.
I knew I should be spoiling too much. My bad. Sorry guys. Creative writer's block shouldn't be taken as a problem, but rather part of the process, right? I think it's key, right? If you're running into certain blocks, right, it means you've run out of juices. Means you've created a channel where you've pretty much repeated going back and forth, and you've worn that out. So if you're going down, I like to give the example, if you're going down the same street, if you keep going down the same street, in the beginning, you do notice the color of the tree, and you do notice a car, and you go down and you notice one thing more every time you go down, but eventually you're going to run out of things to notice, right? So what I like to do is I like to input myself into a setting where I've never been, kind of edging yourself to do something new. You hear it all the time, but you can't expect to be creative if you keep filling the tank with the same product. I don't know if I'm allowed to swear, but if you can't, you know what I mean, right? The same yeah. So you need to filter that out. You need something new. Maybe go outside. Maybe go rock climbing, but maybe try rock climbing with flippers. You know, do something absolutely out of this world, and or it doesn't have to be like that. You could just go watch a movie and enjoy time. Just accept the downtime, refill your tank, and then head in with that again. So yeah.
Thank you so much for that. I'm definitely going to use that because I'm a writer.
Perfect, Maddie. Perfect. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Maddie.
Thank you so much, Maddie. Those questions were awesome.
Thank you.
Bridget, come on in.
So my question is, do you consider your songwriting, particularly like lyric writing, like auto-functional, just where like it comes out right away?
Okay, yeah.
And how do you come up with lyrics? And also, do you think of the lyrics before the instrumental or after the instrumental?
Right, it's a good point. So I do think it's auto-functional because it's really based on my life, right? It is based on the realism of my life. Therefore, it does come out straight away, you know. So if I haven't gone through something, if I haven't really pertained into experiencing it that time and that moment, I do have nothing to say really. And because I've made it such a way for me to write music based on what really does happen to me, that's the only way I really know. And the closest I can get to a depiction of something that's a little bit an extension of that is if I design a mood board and I create a scene, right? Whether that be what that scene looks like, what time of day it is, what character is being input into that scene, why that character is there, how that character is feeling, and what's the motive behind that. And creating a scenario such as that, let's say I feel sad. There's so many layers to being sad. You know, you could just be sad, like, oh my god, I'm not getting to watch my favorite kids show. Right, I'm sad. But there's a lot of layers to it, and I like peeling a lot of layers. I like substance. So what I like to do is draw that scene up, and then talk about how that person feels, whether it be in that person's perspective or flip it around, and maybe talk about it in the perspective of the bird that's flying by. And I've always found that rather interesting because you have so much more to say. So usually the scene comes first, visual imagery, and then the sonic. And I think immediately, you know, it really does come from the idea of what you think that scene sounds like, what do you think that person sounds like, that bird sounds like, you know. So a lot of that put into one really gives me my answer. Yeah. Hope that helped.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Bridget, that was an awesome question.
That was.
So good. Vanessa, my dear, please come on in. What's your question?
Hi Vanessa, how are you doing?
Hi,
DPR Archives.
I'm doing great.
Yes, how are you? Doing great. Doing great.
I'm doing well. Thank you for taking our questions.
No, thank you. Thank you so much.
My question is, thank you. So when do you feel most at peace, and do you ever find that balance sometimes for yourself?
When do I feel most at peace? You know, it's kind of funny because I don't think I've realized it myself, but I think I feel the most at peace when I'm actually, from the outside looking in, the most chaotic. And I think that's my language of peace. It's usually when people like me have a time to stop and think about what's actually happening, that more times than not I feel like I lose myself in that chaos. You know, that's to say, if you have a lot of thoughts, if you have a lot of too much time to think about things, I often find myself losing myself too much in it. You know, it's kind of like, but then you really have to think about it. You're really giving so much power to the idea of thoughts that don't really take a course of action. And I think more times than not that does get down to more of a turmoil and dangerous path. So, you know, they say use things as a distraction, and I think I do keep myself occupied. Some people might think, all right, till when? Right, till when do you keep yourself occupied? Don't you run out? Aren't you just physically drained then? But for me personally, that's when I felt like the most peaceful, when I have a team around me, right? When I have a team that is completely supportive of what we want to do, what we want to show you guys. And when I see that team in action, you know, gives me a thrill, but it also gives me a very peaceful state of mind, knowing like this person's in fruition, you know, this person's doing so much, and this person's growing. And for me, that matters, right? It really matters about what we build, but it matters about who we build it with. And obviously that's inclusive of dreamers. So just giving the notion of that, I get a lot of sense of peace, right? And so what was the second latter half of your question, Vanessa?
It was I think you kind of answered
Do you
it.
mind?
It was like, how do you find that balance?
Okay, so the balance aspect, that's a good point. I realized, and I don't know, some people might disagree, but I realized there is no balance sometimes with sometimes the things that you have to do. And sometimes when you try looking for that balance, that disrupts the balance, ironically. I think the idea of it's okay to not be balanced in moments like this is the idea of accepting that and keeping balance. Contradicts itself a little bit, but I do realize that's kind of usually the case. And like I said, there's nothing wrong. You'd have to be bad at something to be good at it, you know. So taking the idea of there's no balance in that too. I mean, that is essentially what it is, you know. So yeah, that'll be it. Hopefully.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
No, thank you. I appreciate it too, Vanessa. Thank you so much for everything, by the way.
Thank you.
For sure. Thank you so much, Vanessa.
Thank you.
Shatia, my dear, your question.
Here we go.
Oh no.
Sorry, Shatia. You're on
One
mute.
moment,
We didn't
one
do it
moment.
deliberately, I promise. We're not messing with you. Oh, no. Sorry.
Oh my gosh, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. How dare they?
Okay. Sorry about that.
No, don't worry.
Oh, okay. Hey.
Hi. How are we?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good, great. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. I was going to ask about in the Zach Sang show interview you did a couple years back. You mentioned the clown god.
Yes.
And how Mido is one of his first creations.
Right.
And how because he's his first creation, he's kind of jealous of all his new creations.
Right. Yes.
And so he's trying to like make it to where he's the sole focus of that clown god.
Yes.
So I was wondering, is the clown god really Christian you? Like how Mido isn't interested in Mr. Insanity. He wants to be the sole focus in your life.
It's a good question. I think, or if we take these two parts into the subconscious and then the conscious, meaning conscious being reality, what's happening in my real life, I'll take the conscious aspect first. So more times than not, I feel like I find myself feeling like I'm more appropriate when I'm in sanity, meaning when I'm manically high. And I've never really disassociated myself from that state, meaning I feel like that was the right state. And, you know, a lot of times the people that have certain manic states will tell you, if you're manically high, everything just aligns, everything just fits, everything just makes so much sense. And, you know, usually get to the point when you go down, which is the minor state, and it doesn't feel right. You feel like you're just not a part of this world and you feel like you're disconnected. Everything feels absolutely disassociating, right? But that is essentially the counterbalance. And initially I thought maybe insanity is just my natural state and Mido wisdom. But I think it's kind of more fair to say insanity is a lot more of my dangerous state than Mido. So Mido has been serving as always the protector, and hence it's kind of like comes to clean up the shit. Sorry, I mean comes to clean up all the things that, you know, that insanity has left, the path of destruction. Now then we take that to the story form. So you understand why the relationship between Mido and insanity is not have never been good to begin with. It's kind of like the two opposing factors, but it's kind of like the Joker and the Batman, right? Through the distinct relationship and the building of that relationship, you get to find out more and more about what it's like to see Mido through insanity's perspective and vice versa. Now, to tie all of this in, is insanity really Christian you? Maybe on the surface, but I'll leave you with this. What if the clown god wasn't really the creator of all of this? What if there was another creator that created the clown god and the clown god was acting as the messenger? And Mido has known this all along, which is why Mido does not want to submit. What if there's another character? Far beyond the clown god, and the clown god is just being puppeted. And I'll leave you with that. Yes.
Well.
Thank you for that question. The answer.
Oh, yeah, no. That was a great. I hope. Yes. So, what is your answer? Sorry, I was kidding. Yes. What do you say to that, love? No, but yes. No, thank you so much for that question. Lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Shatia, that was awesome. Thank you so much for that. Eleanor, what is your question, dear?
Take it away, Eleanor.
Hi, Ian.
Hello, love.
I love you. Okay.
Oh, I love you too.
Same girl.
Well,
Same. Understandable.
My question is, what do you think is the closest thing to real magic?
oh, that's a good question.
Good one.
Interesting.
I'm gonna go with you know what? I'm gonna go with a. Might be a little cliche of an answer, but I think the closest thing to magic in my world is DPR. Essentially DPR, and it's not just because of what we do in DPR. It's because of what it's because of what we bring and who we bring together as a community. If that's not magic, I don't know what is. You know, imagine bringing all sorts of people around the world together, one community, under one umbrella, and literally growing together in terms of vision, obviously in age. You know, I've had a fair share of it. No, and I intend on building this vision for DPR until my kids see the fruition of it. And I would love for not only the people that we build it with, but the people that we build it for to be a part of this journey too. You know, I would love to see your grandkids, and respectfully your kids as well, being able to, watch our journey and be like, Mama, like, who is this freaky guy with one eye? So it's mine and love. But just bringing that community together to have something to talk about at the table, and just literally just being excited for something and being a part of that journey and being part of the world. I couldn't think of anything more magical than that. Right? And, dreamers are an exceptional part of it. So, honestly, yeah, my answer would be DPR. Yeah.
That's my answer too.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Hey, we're on the same page, making me blush. Thank you, love.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. Amazing questions. Amazing.
Yes, truly.
So
Amazing
good.
questions
So
from
good.
everyone.
So deep.
Yes.
So good.
My God.
Don't forget, we do have not little. I'm not promoting anything here, but the hybrid album is definitely gonna be a mark for everyone to be excited about. We're working so effortlessly hard on that, and as you guys probably know, we're going to be starting our shows real soon.
Ooh.
So expect a lot from that. We are putting a masterpiece for that. So more importantly, can't wait to see you guys there.
Yes.
Right? Can't wait to share this with you guys. So thank you guys so much. Have an amazing day, guys.
Bye, everyone. Thank you so
See you
much
guys
again.
later.
All right. Are you ready for the next question, sir?
Absolutely. Are you ready?
I don't know if I'm ready because I'm kind of scared
That's
for
really
your
the
answer.
question.
We're scared. Oh my God, what is this?
Do you believe in aliens? Do you believe aliens exist?
All right, we're getting controversial. No. I think. Well, number one, yes, I do. Aren't we a form of aliens? Are you an alien?
Very true.
Are you? Well, what do you think the aliens would look like?
We don't know.
You don't know.
Movies has portrayed them in different ways.
That is true. Why do you think they did that?
From experience, from
Why do you think ET looks like ET? Do you
We
think
don't
their
know.
fingers are elongated like that?
they've always made it
All right.
elongated.
Well, I mean, yeah. Wouldn't it be interesting to just one day you have like a like a UFO or a flying saucer come in.
Of course.
And then it lands, and then the aliens come out. We finally get to see what the aliens look like.
And
they just look like us. But the nose and the mouths are replaced. Switch places.
Excuse me?
So the mouths are here, the nose down here.
Ah.
So they'll be smelling with their mouths. Sorry, my bad.
I'm gonna have to draw this.
Yeah, okay,
I'm trying to like.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I get it though. I see where you're going.
Okay. Yes.
Definitely.
But
Basically, they're like us.
yeah, they're like us, slightly different.
Slightly different.
Yes. Slightly
I would believe
different.
that.
Yes. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's quite a possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
okay.
Very much.
But yes. Yeah. Simply put it, yes.
Yes. That's the main answer.
Yes.
Would you survive a zombie apocalypse?
Oh my goodness. Have I thought about this a lot?
Oh.
I think. To be fair, I think I would. I think
Okay.
I would.
Give
I
us
think,
the game plan, the run
well,
through.
first of all, I'm gonna go back into the back rooms. I'm gonna bring insanity out, and
Ooh.
I'm gonna have insanity dabble his little bit of magic, only to realize zombies don't give a shit. I mean, sorry, zombies don't care about
It's okay.
zombies don't care. But by the way, am I allowed to swear on this?
Yeah, we'll just beep you out.
Oh, okay. Yes. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. So insanity. So not insanity. The zombies don't give a shit, about about insanity's powers. But then I'll go to sometimes people like to think go to the grocery stores, kind of like Ralph's or something
Right.
like that,
Costco.
And but then you just be living out your days. I think I'll get through the portion of food just like that. I'll probably eat myself to death. Right?
But knowing that, like your idea, do you think other people have the same idea?
Absolutely, they'll
So would that be another thing?
Oh yeah, well,
You'd be competing for food.
well in zombie movies you always see them. You always see somebody gathering the crops for the biggest person. So it eventually turns out to be a human versus human type of thing.
It is.
It really
And the
is.
zombies don't even really matter at a certain point. So I do feel like it's going to get to that point. You'll probably be more endangered by your own species than the ones that are dead.
Or the
You heard it
aliens.
here.
Or-
Fear humans first.
Yes, fear humans. Fear humans. Zombies next. And then zombie dogs. All right?
Okay.
Zombie dogs.
I have to get to them. Gosh.
Oh my god.
no. All right. Next.
That leads perfectly into the next question.
What is your weirdest fear? Weirdest fear.
My weirdest fear is
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Like toothpicks.
Oh
It's kind of scary.
You know what? You're right.
yes.
Think about it. You're holding a toothpick. Okay. Anyways.
No, I do like the tooth. I want to elaborate on toothpicks.
I mean, like you're holding a toothpick in your mouth.
Right.
What if you fall?
Oh, you know what? That does bring a bit. That's a good call. It does
That's
remind
my
me of
weirdest
something.
fear.
Sharp earrings.
Mm.
Because the earrings that have like a bit of a hook or something like that
Right.
going out. I know some people have like pointy ass earrings. And then
Oh.
what if you fall on that?
Wow.
And then you kill an ant or something.
An ant.
Yeah.
It's on your conscience forever, man.
Yeah. You know what I mean? No, but no. And to be fair, okay. So the earrings, right? But also, I do have a fear of. I swear to God, I had it in my mind and I just lost it. Of forgetting. There we go.
That is a fear.
I have a fear of forgetting. Yeah. I have a fear.
You manifested it. You feared it so much.
Yeah. You're seeing the fear live right now, ladies and gentlemen.
It's right here.
Yeah, forgetting. Yeah, there we go. That's it.
Okay,
That'll be
okay.
forgetting. Yeah.
All right. Any recent obsessions or rabbit holes you've fallen into?
Oh my goodness.
Here we go, y'all.
Yes. So
Buckle in.
So I've come across this very, very interesting creature that I did not knew existed, but apparently did. And it's a creature called the Hyrax.
Oh.
Hyrax.
Have you seen? Are you informed of the Hyrax?
You have told me about it.
Yes, I have. And so
You
it's
have
a
the
fascinating.
picture on you.
Yes, I do. It's a fascinating creature. Are you gonna put up?
Yeah, we can explain it.
Yeah, put it on my face. See the resemblance.
Place your face with it.
Do it. So, no, you have to see it. Give me a second here.
He showed it
One moment, guys.
to us, and
Look at it. Look at it. What is it? It's a crossbreed between a vampire and a mouse. It's a vampiric mouse. So this one it looks like a hybrid.
Yes.
But it's called a Hyrax, right? Cute creatures. The animals from Africa, I believe, originate from Africa. Correct me if I'm wrong, but absolutely cute little things. But once it shows its teeth,
right,
not so cute anymore. So I love that little intimidation factor it has. We all have one, but I've just came across this rabbit hole about not a rabbit, but a Hyrax hole.
AKA wild Chihuahua.
Oh yeah, yes, actually, has the same set of teeth. Yes, you're right.
They kind of be scary, but anyways.
The Hyrax, yes.
All right. Do you have a comfort TV series or movie?
Oh my god, I do.
Oh,
I do.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so comfort TV series. Actually, the Rugrats.
Oh, nice.
Excellent choice.
I felt like I was watching it. Keep on going.
Right.
And you have Tommy
Angelica, Chucky,
yes, and the two twins, which I have a hard
Phil
time
and Phil,
Phil and
Lil.
Lil.
Yes,
I think so.
And it's been a comfort TV show of mine because obviously I grew up watching the
Same.
Rugrats. I've always was fascinated about Chucky's hair and then how Tommy doesn't have hair. So it's just
True.
like it's a balance of the two.
He was asking the real questions.
No.
As a child.
Oh my goodness! And how they ate worms.
I remember that.
That show made me actually go out and commit to try eating a worm. It almost made me do it.
Oh.
Yes, until I realized worms just don't look that delectable.
Right.
It doesn't. So,
maybe a cartoon worm.
Yeah, a cartoon worm. So I'll say Rugrats. Yes.
Okay, Rugrats.
Yes.
Good one.
Yes.
Who would win a yapping competition, you
What's a
or
yapping?
Dreamers?
Like, just top off.
I think they all agree. I'll win a yapping. They call me the. They say I'm the yappity yapper. So
it's fine.
Yeah, and I to be fair, I didn't know what yapping meant. Because how I found out about that was when I was talking on Instagram Live.
Right.
When I went on live one day, and I swear to God, I was just telling them about how my day went, and they just kept saying I was yapping. So I was like, I was like, but my day was not a yap, So it was, but essentially that's how I found out about it.
Yapping.
Maybe I went off in a bit of a tangent here and now and then, but maybe that's what yapping was.
Yeah, just going off. But that's fine. I love that about you, though.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, Drake.
We definitely love that.
Oh, that's so sweet.
All right. What brings you joy these days?
What brings me joy?
Yeah.
Moments like these.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I don't leave my house. I really don't. Trust me, this has just been once in a full blue moon that I'm out here. Speaking
thank you so much for coming.
No, thank you. I'm speaking with real people and interacting with a whole live like actual people.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
And trust me, you get so disconnected because you're in the virtual world.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you when you immerse yourself too much into a world, you start believing some of the characters are real. And occasionally, I like to take out my moment every now and then, enjoy some air, enjoy this bar.
Of course.
And moments like this, when I get to hang out with you guys.
Thank you.
And it just makes everything so much more enjoyable. So I do look forward to it. And the pickleball.
Pickleball.
Yeah, pickleball and
tangent conversation.
Apparently, and then there was like a thing where you guys throw axes and stuff like that.
I did talk about that.
throwing.
Yes, axe throwing.
Slightly alarming, but
No, but
why
it's
not?
fun.
Yes.
It's fun. It's a good time. All right.
Stuff like
We
that.
got a schedule to do that sometime.
Yes.
Sure.
Throw axes while you interview.
Oh my god, I'm here for it.
Idea.
Yes. Anyway.
If you could make a drink for any of the characters that you have in the Metaverse, what would it be called?
Good point. So, I like to base my. You know what I realized? So my last album, the track names for my last album, Dear Insanity, are very very fitting drink names, right? So I'll go off of them.
Yeah.
Right. The first track and the first drink is called Famous Last Words.
That is a fire drink.
Would you
that
not
would
try
be a
it?
really good one.
Yes. Famous Last Words.
Better be strong.
Trust me, if it's your famous last words,
You're under the bar.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're under the bar in the ground. Sorry. No. So famous last words. That's an interesting drink, concoction of God knows what. Maybe the worm is a part of it from Rugrats. So, yes. Anyway, second drink. Welcome to the other side.
Ooh.
Oh. So what wouldn't you like to know?
Another strong drink. It's just a bunch of strong drinks.
From the sound of it.
Yeah, but
it would get you f***ed up.
Okay, there we go.
Third drink. I'm just trying to remember the name. It's called Bad Cold.
Okay.
So yeah. Then you just want to call in sick one day.
That's your guaranteed story out.
Mess you up.
Be be genuine a bit, at least, you know.
Yeah.
You better have the day off the next day.
You know.
Look, boss, I had bad cold last night.
Less conceivable, more. Yeah, sorry.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, and the fourth drink. What is the fourth drink? Don't go insane.
Again, probably another hard.
It's wacky
drink.
ass drinks.
That's gotta have absinthe in it. That
Oh
one,
my god,
for
absinthe.
sure.
Have you tried it straight? I love it. Love it. Not diluted. Someone's saying no.
I haven't.
I figured it's your favorite drink, sir. and
He's
then,
vehemently shaking his head no behind the camera.
yes. Oh, and then the fifth drink.
Yes.
Yes.
A lighthearted one. So I danced.
Okay.
Right.
It seems more
Yeah.
like fruity.
Yeah.
Prepping you up.
Yeah.
To welcome
like
to the other
pre-game.
side. Yeah, pre-gaming. So I danced. You know, why not?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the what was that, fifth? Is that one? The sixth drink, right?
If you have a 6th drink,
I do have a sixth drink.
what is it?
What was it, John? Oh yeah, wait, only six songs? Okay. So Violet Crazy. And you can imagine it's a violet
Ooh.
dense drink.
Ooh.
I swear to God, I'm missing one. See, this is why I'm scared of forgetting things. Ladies and gentlemen.
There we go.
It's
Back
it's
to
a
the winner's
terrible
sphere.
thing.
It's manifesting
No, you're doing
again.
very well.
You're doing
Manifesting.
great.
But yes, 6 songs, 6 drinks. Those would be drinks. And obviously Insanity would be the one drinking. I'll give a few to Mito. A few to yourselves. Yes.
All
I will
right.
Yes.
drink it with my heart content.
Oh yes.
All
All
right.
days.
Good old day. Good. Oh.
Oh my God. What do they like to know?
How we part. Not playing.
No.
Let's see. What past song would you like to drop a music video for?
Ooh.
A past song. Was there one there like?
Yes.
There was.
If there was a music video for this, I would like to say, "Welcome to the Other Side."
Oh.
Yeah, just because that song has a lot of what the name says speaks for itself. Not the drink aspect.
Yeah.
Of course. Literally, when Ian arrives at the gates of the other side, it's an introduction song to what that place sounds like, what that place feels like, and it's literally a song that's meant to, or should have, is going to. I went from past, present to future. I'm sorry. It's going to open up that world and show the insight of what everything looks like. So, great idea.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that was the idea that you're trying to give, but great idea.
No, that was a great answer.
I think we're going to do that.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yes. Watch my team just.
I know. I'm looking at your team. They're like,
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
In fear, Eddie. Look at Eddie. Anyway.
He's like, yeah.
Oh my God, here we go.
Love it. All right. Favorite comfort food?
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
So then more recently, one that you want.
Oh God.
Craving right now.
What I'm craving right now.
Yeah, let's do that.
Actually, it's something. It's quite funny. It's something. It's an ice cream.
Okay.
It's the strawberry shortcake ice cream.
The popsicle,
The
like.
popsicle one.
Oh my
So
goodness,
good.
that's so
you,
good.
I'm telling you, I eat that religiously.
Well, bring it out, everybody.
I one other.
Right.
Yeah.
No?
Do you have it prepared?
No.
Do you have it prepared?
He got so excited.
That's been my comfort food. You know.
Yeah. No, I agree.
It's you know, you can never go wrong with that. Take one out of the fridge,
Mhm.
peel it, peel the wrapper off, obviously. and then
Nice
peel
soft consistency.
Yeah, it reminds me of an ice cream back at home actually in Australia. It's called Gay Time.
Oh.
Yes, and those it's a happy time.
Okay, yeah.
So the ice cream was one of my favorites growing up.
Ah.
And John, you've attested, you've tried it. You went to Australia recently.
Okay.
It's nodding like crazy.
John is nodding.
It's so nice, but
Yes.
the strawberry version of that is the strawberry shortcake.
I
ice
see.
cream.
Oh.
It is
And
good.
It's a cake
With an
ice cream.
Yeah.
with an ice cream identity. So it literally has everything, and it's strawberry.
He really loves
Yes, I'm just
Breaking this
well,
down.
I'm trying
so
to.
good.
it. He's tasting it right
I'm
now.
trying so hard not to leave right now and get one right. But that has been my comfort food. Just eat one while you're watching Netflix or
Right.
while you're watching the show.
Exactly.
I would strongly suggest it. Pause it and then just go out and get yourself a strawberry shortcake ice cream. Come back and then press play again while you're eating it.
You heard the man.
You heard it. But I agree. That is also one of my favorite ice creams.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh
Growing
my
up.
God.
It is.
All right.
I don't know. It's a beautiful thing.
It is
Very beautiful thing.
All right. Now, last question.
Is it? Yes.
Most important question, I feel.
Oh my goodness.
What message do you have for dreamers today?
What message do I have for dreamers today?
Yes.
You can look into the camera
Well,
if you like.
First of all, it's a message that I always like to keep. It's just never apologize for being yourself. Like straight up, like just don't apologize to anyone about being yourself. You know, you don't have to. You really don't have to change for anybody. You don't have to dumb yourself down. Literally, it's you are you and the way you should be. And most importantly, that's what makes you special. So no need to cow down to anyone. No need to lift yourself up. Literally, just for someone specifically. You know, self-love. It's not talked about enough, but really, it's as important. You know, look up at the mirror, wake up, and you know, give yourself a big grin. I have a little bit of a little thing going on, but big grin. Say, what a handsome or beautiful fella, and just give yourself a thumbs up. And honestly, start your day like that. You really need to tell yourself a lot more positive things than negative. And I truly believe that does, like, how much you project, self-talk, just goes way and beyond. So, you know, if you find yourself talking bad about yourself, you got to stop yourself there, love, and you know, bring yourself back up. So yeah. So to all the dreamers, and yeah, love yourself. Be yourself too. So don't apologize for it.
What a beautiful message.
That was a great way to end that.
Yes.
Oh my God. Well, DPRIAN, thank you
Thank you guys.
coming to the Ultimate Bias podcast.
Thank you. Oh my God.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, Dre. Thank you, Casey. I had so much fun, guys. You guys are amazing hosts.
I had so much fun. You
had
are
so much
always
fun.
a good time. I always love hanging out with
hanging
you and
out,
just
hanging
collaborating.
out, getting smashed.
Yes.
No, I was kidding. Yeah, they just said yes as if we really did it. No, we're joking. We're joking, guys. We don't really get smashed.
Yeah.
No, but we always have an amazing time. You know.
Yeah.
Look at him. Give him the evils. No. So thank you guys so much.
No, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
It literally felt so therapeutic. It did not
I'm
feel
glad.
like we're on the show.
Yeah.
I'd love to be back. You know,
Of course.
We will love
You
to
know,
have you.
We'll love to have you back.
No, absolutely. Thank you so much, guys. Yes. Did you guys have an amazing time?
Oh, of course.
Of
I
course.
mean, thank you for participating in this amazing
No.
world that we created.
The honor is mine. So thank you guys so much. Love it. Give yourself a round of applause. Love it.
Let's go.
Okay, guys, so for our next section, we have the news section, and we have our friend Dana joining us today to tell us all about the juicy K-pop news. And we also have Casey too. Hello, girls.
Hello.
Hi, how are you guys
right.
doing?
Doing great.
Yay.
Doing good.
Are we ready for all of the hot goss?
We are so ready.
Give it to us.
Bring it.
All right. So to kick us off, only a month after being discharged from the Korean military, Jin from BTS has carried the Olympic torch during the torch relay in Paris.
My God.
Love to see it.
I
Love
know.
to see it.
He was escorted by 30 French National Police. And I'm not sure if everyone got that treatment, but
Yeah, it's
30
that thing.
French National Police, and also one of the sponsor trucks played Super Tuna while he was in holding
Of course.
to kick off the mood.
Yes.
In Paris.
Yeah.
By the way.
They should.
In Paris.
Right.
My goodness.
So I think we should, we have a video. I think we should take a look at that. As we can see, no holds barred for one
No.
Kim Seokjin from BTS at the Olympics. He was the
My
pick
Worldwide
first.
handsome.
Worldwide handsome. Indeed.
Bring
Exactly.
it worldwide. Truly.
He's already currently back in Seoul.
Okay.
And he went live directly thereafter the next day to tell about, and he apparently had a great time. He really enjoyed himself. So he's the first K-pop star to do this. So congratulations.
Yay, let's go, Jin.
That is monumental. That's so dope.
That's pretty big. That is like a big moment. I would never predict that, but here we are.
I mean, honestly, I think be in any profession that you're in, if you're chosen by your country to be a torchbearer for the Olympics, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Huge honor.
It's a big deal.
So
Incredible.
For sure. And imagine coming out of the military and
Right.
that's your first schedule.
It's like one of the first
That's
things
so
you do.
iconic.
My goodness.
Imagine being that person, literally, of like, oh, month out of the military. Yeah, now take the Olympic torch and then run it for us. Cool, thanks.
Exactly.
It's like fan meet, Olympic torch.
Crazy life.
Let's go.
Yeah, and they didn't even toss him in like, just like a small area. They parked him in front of the Louvre.
Oh, wow.
Where everybody's waiting.
I mean, art needs to be in front of the museum.
True.
Right.
Worldwide handsome.
Agree.
In movie news, in theaters now, Despicable Me 4
oh my God.
has placed an impressive number of K-pop Easter eggs in their film.
They did.
So the franchise is really doing what it needs to do to bring K-pop into the world sphere. They currently have Easter eggs from both BTS and Blackpink within.
Wow.
Okay. Shout out. Is there a lot more, or it's just like just BTS and Blackpink Easter eggs every so often?
So far, those are the two groups that Easter eggs have been found in. BTS was promoted quite heavily, and then now also Blackpink is being spotted in there as well. So there might be more worked in.
See.
But those are the two that are the most obvious.
Yeah. They even have a pop-up shop, and they had BTS Minions.
BTS Minions?
Yeah.
Wait, is it all the Minions singing BTS and Blackpink song in the movie? Is that what's happening right now?
From what I understand, the main villain is a BTS fan.
That's interesting, actually.
That's fun.
That's funny.
So Despicable Me 4 is now in theaters, so if you want to go see the main villain...
Yep.
There is what I saw, a BTS poster on her wall, and her phone case is also BTS.
Oh.
And Blackpink's music can be heard in the background at one point. So those are our two Easter eggs currently having been spotted within Despicable Me 4.
Shout out to Despicable Me.
The BBC, British Broadcasting,
here we go.
Is in hot water with 17 and their fans.
Why?
You managed to piss off carrots?
Yeah, the carrots are mad.
Fandom.
And it's not only the carrots. In fact, I feel the most mad, the most angry of them all is indeed Woozy of 17.
Oh. Not Woozy.
There was an article published on July 10th titled, Will K-pop's AI Experiment Pay Off?
Interesting.
Oh, so
And in this
controversial.
Yeah. So in this article, the BBC made a direct claim, and I quote, several of K-pop's biggest stars have now used AI to create music videos and write lyrics, including boy band 17.
They just pointed out 17 like that. That's crazy.
Them's are fighting words.
Correct.
How did 17 respond, though? Oh, Woozy.
On July 14th, took to his Instagram to refute these claims by stating that all of 17's music is written and composed by human creators.
Okay, sir.
Go off, King.
Go off.
Yes.
Make
Go
sure.
off.
He's like, no, we make this. It's like, don't put words in our
mouth.
mouth.
And as Woozy is one of their main producers, he would know.
True.
Literally. Yeah. Oh my God. Go off, King. That's my bias. That's my 17
My bias too.
So
Shout out to him.
get him.
He was rightfully so incredibly ticked. So I'm glad he stood up for himself and his group, because those be some wild claims. It's not the first time the BBC has made improper claims in regards to K-pop, and even 17 themselves. 17 performed at Glastonbury, and they wrote an article about it, to which they improperly attributed other K-pop groups' fame to doing collaborations with Western artists. So, which, I mean, the collaborations happened, but so this has happened within like a month and a half. So the BBC...
Excuse me?
Oh my God,
taking liberties.
dude.
What's happening, BBC?
So, not
Come
great,
on.
but I'm very proud of Woozy for being like, excuse me?
Yeah.
No.
Stand up for yourself.
How dare you? In other dramatic news, Selgi of Red Velvet has apologized for switching her shoes at the airport. Apparently, this
goodness
is a thing.
How dare she?
How dare she switch shoes?
Yeah, this one, yeah.
This irks you?
I feel so bad for her.
Just to apologize to switch shoes.
She was at the airport. You know, the airport pics. The airport pics, they've arrived, they look great, fashion moment. And she was wearing a pair of heels, incredibly high heels. Later on, she was seen having switched into trainers that fans spotted were originally her manager's shoes. So herself and her manager switched shoes. And she got a lot of heat for it. And then she apologized for doing so. It later came out that she has an injury in her ankle and was experiencing extreme discomfort, so her manager switched shoes with her. And apparently this was a irredeemable offense for some folks on the internet.
Can women get a break?
No.
Can women get one break?
Talk it. Just saying, like, wow, she switched shoes. Okay, and moving on. She got dope pics. Like, am I, like, what's happening here, y'all?
I mean, Soren, you would switch shoes with your manager, right? Like if you were having an issue with a choice of footwear?
For sure. You know what would happen? Because like, you know, fashion, airport fashion is such a thing in K-pop.
Right.
If I was injured and then I have to fly to another country to do a performance, if my manager knew that I had to wear heels, he or she would be like, hey, we will have to switch shoes for you because if the artist is injured, there's no way we can perform on stage. And our manager, their job is to take care of us. So for sure, like him or her would have done the exact same thing. Like my manager would have even offered like themselves for sure. There's no way an artist can force a manager or anyone can take off their shoes and give it to me. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think it's really ridiculous, and I feel really bad for Sugi.
Yeah, I feel like she got the short end of the stick on that one. Injured, and then people are giving her a hard time. Like
it's like the math is not math.
She apologized. I feel bad. She shouldn't have to do that.
No, of course she shouldn't apologize.
Exactly, she's injured.
Absolutely,
come on.
Yeah, an ankle injury. I mean, I have to give her kudos for putting the heels on in the first place.
Oh yeah,
right.
For sure.
She's got an injured ankle. Let's be honest.
Listen, wearing heels is hard.
I'm sorry, wearing even just like a pump to the airport.
I feel
catastrophic.
You. Exactly.
But apparently, internet tides have changed in her favor because
that's good.
You know, rational thinking folk are like, "What are we doing? Why are you giving her a hard time for this? This is dumb."
Genuinely, what are we doing?
Even if she wasn't injured,
yeah. Like, so tides have. Things are now looking better for her on the internet because people are like, "Of course, you were injured. You switched shoes. Let's leave her alone." So next up, we have a lot of touring news. Dre, I feel like this one is specifically for you, as this is out of
what are you talking about?
Ultimate bias. Taeyang has announced his first solo concert since 2017.
I can't wait. Yep.
He will be performing on August 31st.
My birthday.
Wow.
It's like he knew. It's like he's like we're like besties or something. I don't know. Like
that was for you. That was for
in my delusional mind. That was for me.
Taeyang knew what he was doing when he was scheduling this.
Last time I met him, he said, "Dope birthday, congrats." Last time it was my birthday too, in New York. I was near my birthday. Then my homie said, "Hey, it's his birthday." He's like, "Dope birthday, congrats." I'm like, only listen. I've been in this for like 10 years. The only idol to get me to blush. Real talk.
Really?
Yeah, like it just makes me like. If you see the video, like the second time I watched it, like I met him or like through the send off, I try to be so cool, and then he's like, "Dope birthday, congrats," and he hit my chest, and I'm like, like I try to be so cool around him, but I can't. I hate myself for that. I'm just like remembering it. He's just like he just had to like go like hit my chest like boom boom, and I'm like. But yeah, I'm excited for it.
That's not just blushing. You swooned.
Nah, yeah. I got swooned.
That was a heart eyes moment. He swept you off your feet.
That's why he's my ultimate bias.
And then you just little angel wings sprout from your back and off into space you go.
It did. I feel like this like
folded like a lawn chair.
Okay, guys. Yeah, he has a tour. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's no
so he's
other
going
things.
on tour.
Yeah.
April 31st.
Dre's going to be there.
Dre will be there on August 31st. There is also going to be a show on September 1st at the Olympic Hall. Tickets go on sale on the 17th at noon on Interpark. With this announcement, he also now has a light stick.
He
did
does.
not previously have one, so Taeyang now has his own light stick. It's gorgeous.
It's a T with a sun on top, like it's like it doesn't look like a sun would raise. It's just like a golden ball. Because I know he's also called Soul, but I'm gonna get one. Duh, 5, 30.
I mean, duh, you're gonna be at the show.
Duh.
You got
I'm
that.
gonna
You
buy
can't,
6
you
of them.
can't not be at your husband's show without his
Whoa.
light stick.
Dre's gonna have extras in his car for like roadside flares.
Yeah, sure.
He's gonna be directing traffic.
Directing airport traffic.
No,
with
he's
them.
gonna be at the airport when Taeyang's landing. Just
He's the guy
Okay, guys.
with the
Yeah, that's
light
great.
sticks.
I don't know if I'll go that far,
the
but yeah.
actual like flight guy, the actual dude is like
He's
tied
in
up
the
in the
vest.
corner.
He's in the vest.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. Yes. As you
But
can
there
tell,
will
I
be
like
more
Taeyang.
additional locations announced in Asia and hopefully for the rest of the world.
For sure.
And as any good friend and fellow member of Big Bang would, G-Dragon took to his social media and showed support for Taeyang.
Yes, sir.
Which, as he would.
I know.
But if you haven't seen the poster, speaking of like having heart highs for Taeyang, if you haven't seen the promotional poster for this, the man's looking into your soul.
He does.
He's going right in.
I can't stare back sometimes. I posted that twice. That's how much. Oh my god, I'm just exposing myself. Hey, I'm cool. Like, let's interview. Let's do an interview, please.
Wait, you post twice, as in like the next to each other type of IGS,
Yes.
or
I did it
wow.
twice. One from Taeyang's post, and then Black Label because I posted it just by itself, and I was
Right.
like, also, it's on August 31st, my birthday. Emotion? I can't talk right now. Oh my god.
He's got him tongue tied.
we get it, we get
You too, it
it,
seems
we
like.
get it. You love him.
Yes, we get it. I love Taeyang. Let's move on. Oh my god.
All right, so in other tour news, let's cut Dre some slack. So in other tour news, Zero Base One has announced their first tour, the Timeless World
Congratulations, Zero Base One.
Yes, they are going to be hitting 8 Asian cities, and hopefully North America will be next. We hear they may be on the show at some point.
Wink, wink,
Wink,
wink, wink,
wink.
wink, wink.
Be on the lookout. Zero Base One.
Wink, nudge. And Taemin of Shiny,
Another Tay that kills me.
the legend, the man,
Let's go.
the myth, Taemin has announced
The second coming of
not
Jesus
only
Christ.
Whoa.
a new album coming out in August,
That's true.
but
Another
a
August.
tour.
Ah, man.
Coming out in August. I see everybody just loves Dre. I see.
And there's other August born
This feels
people.
incredibly targeted as well. So
Very biased.
yeah.
Hey, what can I say? I love my Tays.
But Taemin, he's going to be going on his first solo international tour. He's done international shows before, hitting K-Cons and doing special events, but this is going to be the first one. Locations and dates still have yet to be announced, but the news is coming. And I'm anticipating these to fly. Like, IU style.
Oh, the tickets?
5
Oh, yeah,
seconds selling
probably.
out. Fly.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be a bloodbath.
I don't even want to think about it.
The sort of
Giving me
carnage
anxiety.
we have yet to see in any sort
Whoa.
of ticketing
does-
situation. But
yeah,
once
but
the dates
tickets
are
can be
announced,
like that,
mark
yeah.
your calendars. Because, I mean, set alarms, do what you got to do, because those are going to be fly. Taemin has also been announced to be the MC for Mnet's Road to Kingdom. So Taemin is going to
Oh,
be
I did not know that.
visiting-
Oh, that's cute. I can't wait for that. I like that show.
Let's go.
And 80s, a group currently on tour,
Right.
hit Tacoma, Washington, out of all the places. Tacoma.
Okay. Tacoma, shout
And
out.
where Jung Ho took the entire arena to church. These
Oh.
people worshipped the voice, the vocals that came out this man. I think it's time to see the video.
Oh, I got little chills. Ooh. Okay, Jung Ho. He wasn't done. I would not survive this. Oh. Wow.
Wow, control.
Wow. My God. If I was there, I would pass out.
I imagine that the folks that are going to be at the upcoming dates and locations are thrilled, because that's a treat.
I'm excited
to hear in person.
Bless me, Jung-ho.
I mean,
for sure.
He went Whitney Houston style belting on that. That was gorgeous.
Man can belt for real, though. It's beautiful. Almost brought me to tears.
Also in tour news, our friends Kingdom will be going on tour as well.
Ooh.
So make sure you pick up those tickets. They are going to be touring all over Europe and the United States on their Unveil tour.
Okay, let's go Kingdom.
We just interviewed them, and they are chaotic and fun.
They are
and awesome
chaotic
and amazing. And so when the tickets go up, get them. We will also be able to find them on ultimatebias.com, our own website. So be sure to keep a lookout for that, because that is going to be a great time. Just to keep everything hyped and ready to go, we will be giving away tickets. So,
yay!
Keep your eyeballs peeled for those. We will be making announcements when that process begins. So, congratulations to all the future winners. So you know how every group has the spoiler king or queen or human? The one that always spills the beans, lets the cat out of the bag. Well,
my goodness.
Me.
And Hyejin now has their spoiler. And that is Jake. Apparently.
Jake.
I'm not surprised.
So Jake apparently spoiled their comeback EXO to a fan during a fan sign.
Ooh.
And after realizing what he had done,
he reacted to it.
Not to post what they knew. They had been recording the interaction during the fan sign. And so Mans was sweating. But
he begged.
Can you imagine being in a fan sign being recorded and he's like, hey, you know what we're up to? Get this.
Hey, yo, delete that.
He said, check this out, bestie. Like,
they had a connection. They felt like best friends for a second there. And he was like, you know what's really cool? It's coming up. So he asked her, please do not post that on the internet and get me in trouble. And to her
whole career.
It flashed
before his eyes.
That's so cute, though.
That is cute, actually.
Yeah.
But we gotta give this fan a shout out. She kept it quiet.
Oh, that's what's up.
She kept that footage for months.
Oh,
dude, good on her.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then after it was officially announced, she posted it up on her socials, teasing him. But she kept it quiet. She said nothing. So
That's a good fan.
I know.
Shout out to her.
Listen, in Hyphen, if you're watching the show, send her something nice.
Right.
An edible
I was
arrangement.
just gonna say.
An edible
I was
arrangement.
just gonna say.
A signed album. A special little message.
Least.
Something. Because
You send her,
Jake particularly, she saved your ass.
They should send her like the next spoiler.
She did you a solid, my guy. So.
Wait, hold on a second. Soren, what would you do if you spoiled something like that?
I
to
did.
a fan.
I
at a fan
did.
I did.
Oh, you did?
I did. Duh. That's me. Jake and I were the same person.
For CLC or?
Yeah, for CLC. Yeah. I mean, I also spoiled my own stuff too. So I spoiled CLC stuff by I just didn't know. I was on Instagram Live, and I just talked about it. I just spoiled the concept.
I think I remember that.
But everybody was super casual about it because it's oh, Soren just being Soren. So
yeah.
And then I spoiled my own single on a countdown live. And then I accidentally played the song.
Wait, which single?
Nirvana Girl. I was doing Nirvana. I was like, okay, guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to do a Nirvana Girl live countdown. So excited with the single. Blah, 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 blah. And then I was like, okay, we're doing that in 10, 9, 8. And then I accidentally played the song for like a solid like 20 seconds, and I was like, oh, because I didn't know I was doing that, and then yeah. It's like it's casual for me. My fans are not even like, oh yeah, Sorn just doing Sorn things. So I feel you, Jake. We're on the same page. We're the same person,
See,
basically.
Jake, it happens to everyone.
It's fine. It's okay.
I really appreciate that your fans were just like, yeah, that's about right.
Of course
That's
you would
correct.
do that.
Yeah,
This is
distracts.
such Sorn things.
Not surprised at all. That's exactly what should have happened.
It should happen. Like, I'm surprised if she doesn't.
Something's wrong if she doesn't do that.
It's like, what's happening?
It goes a couple weeks goes by, and they're like, somebody check on her.
Yeah.
She hasn't spoiled anything.
She okay?
Right.
So also in new releases, K-pop veterans Kara has released their new track, Hello.
Love Kara.
It is a digital single, which includes a touching tribute to their late member, Guhara.
Yes.
Hello is a ballad themed around the greeting Annyeong, which we all know is hello and goodbye.
Yes.
And according to their agency, Hello is an unreleased track that was initially intended for Kara's fourth full album, Full Bloom, which released in September of 2013. A Japanese version of the song was included in Hara's Japanese single Midnight Queen. So when it was first announced, some people speculated that it might be AI, but it is not. They are her raw vocals that they have now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that they had just in the vault
That's
and have
beautiful.
included in the song. Yes. So if anyone really wants to get deep into their feels, this is the song for you. Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's a beautiful song. It is available now for streaming, purchase, download. So wonderful to see them back.
What a beautiful way to tribute, man.
Right.
Yeah, just a way to honor her memory and for their fans to kind of, go back in time a little bit. I think it's great. It's beautiful. And now we're going to pivot a little into fashion. High fashion. So the gorgeous angel of a person, Jisoo, was at the Dior's Wonderland event, channeling Disney princess. I mean, it's like, we should probably take a look at the picture.
Yeah,
to fully
I'm just now looking at it. She does. It's actually adorable.
Doesn't she?
Yeah.
Doesn't she?
Aww.
Just full
yeah.
It's like she needs to be like, she looks like the sort of person who would be transported everywhere on a wee cloud.
Yeah.
I agree.
Little carriage and everything.
Yeah.
Looks really
beautiful. She walked out, I was just like, oh my God. There's like this like sweetness.
Yeah. She's just walking in like, hi. And then like
I feel
birds
like she'll be able to like talk to animals.
Yeah, I was about to like birds just come out of nowhere.
Everything.
Butterflies.
You know, there's a deer all of a sudden.
Yeah. Just a deer walks by.
On the red carpet. And in other fashion news, fashion and sporting, Mark from NCT was at Wimbledon, and he made the GQ list of some of the best dressed that were there. They also described him as the best looking rapper on the planet. I think we should take a look at that as well.
My God. I see it. He got that blue pinstripe. Is that considered? Yeah, pinstripe.
Yeah.
All the buttons, the tie with the white pants.
He looks like a polo player from the 1920s.
He does. He does look like a polo player. He looking dapper. I feel like that's
good way to put that.
The theme of Wimbledon is like, just looking like that. But
proper.
Best dressed rapper? Or
of all times?
Of all time? On the planet.
On the planet.
Whoa, that's a big statement. Let's go.
I don't know that I want to refute GQ, but he looks good.
He does.
He looks sure.
Great. Yeah.
And he definitely looks like he belongs at Wimbledon.
He does.
For sure.
It has a vibe out there,
I feel like if I wore that, it wouldn't be the same.
Abbey, but
he's doing his thing. Y'all, leave him alone. He's the best dressed rapper on this planet. Period.
Yeah, on the planet.
That kid.
That should be his tagline everywhere he goes.
Oh my God, he puts in his
it's
new
on
song.
his business card.
Oh my God.
I actually would laugh.
If I got named that, I would never. It's on everything.
Yeah,
on everything.
Absolutely do
I'll
that.
sell merch.
I'm embroidering sheets. I'm embroidering. I mean,
I'm gonna have a cutout of it laminated.
I'm writing it on my mirror everywhere.
Like,
every window I'll write it on.
So veering into more sporting, we're leaving the fashion and into now just sporting. So Twice is going to perform at the halftime show of the K-League versus the Tottenham Hotspur match.
Yes, ma'am.
On July 31st.
Ooh.
That
We're moving
is
into
not
soccer.
small.
Wow.
We're coming into soccer.
That is not small.
That's not small. That is
pretty
not
big.
small in any way, shape, or form. It is the first game of the 2024 Kopang Play Series, and it is taking place at the Seoul World Cup Stadium.
Let's go Twice.
For those of you who are unsure of Tottenham Hotspur, Sonny, the famed Sonny, is their team captain.
Son.
So
Son is pretty big.
I don't know much
especially
about that.
I do.
So,
well, Tottenham Hotspur
all right,
is
Dre.
in
Tell us.
the Barclay Premier League, which I do follow. Son is definitely one of the more famous football players or soccer players that is Korean. I mean, you might know him around here and there. He's definitely one of the top for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Everybody knows him in Korea.
Yes.
I mean, he
Yes.
played for the Korean national team for the World Cup, made some amazing goals, and everybody cheering him on. So having Twice just do the whole like halftime show is pretty iconic, to be honest. It's pretty random too, not gonna lie, but hey, shout out to Twice.
There's also a really very wholesome, cute clip that went viral. I think it was last year or a year before last, of Sonny, and it was like all of these guys, like, you know, soccer fans, like watching Sonny, and like they were cheering for Sonny, and Sonny turned and like waved to them, and they all went like, ah, like they all had like fangirl moments.
Nah, he's an icon.
No, I remember that.
So cute.
Yeah.
Listen.
They were like tough, like European, like just like,
Yeah.
you know, like
Oh, yeah,
waving, like,
yeah.
with the strings
I'd be the same way. I follow soccer.
I mean, me too.
If he turned to me, I'd be like,
I would pass out.
I was chosen. Yeah, definitely
And
soccer
all of us
fans,
were one
football
in that
fans.
moment. We all agreed.
Football fans are very passionate. Very passionate. Like, I mean, it's sports. So if you follow sports, very passionate fans. Now K-pop fans and sports fans are combining, I see.
They're combining. We're seeing a lot of it. Jungkook at the World Cup, and
Right.
then people falling in love with Sonny, just to bring us into like the Korean sphere. And now Twice, Jin at the Olympics. I mean, it's all
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
the two
There's a
largest
lot.
fandoms in the world
Yeah.
combining. My God, our power. All right, thanks everyone. That's the news for today. Thanks for sitting through my spiel. Hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
Dana.
That was amazing.
You're very welcome.
Okay, thank you, Dana and Casey, for joining us today. Also, thank you, DPR IAN, and his awesome interview.
Yes, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to check out all the goodies that me and Casey and Ian do. We play some Dungeons and Dragons. And be sure to check out ultimatebias.com.
And that will be it for our Ultimate Bias podcast. We'll see you guys again next week. Thank you to my lovely co-host, Jure, for being here as always.
So nice. Of course, of course.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you guys again next week. Goodbye.